almost fell down a well yesterday, Mom.
Uh-huh.
I would have died.
That's nice.
So, can I go out? I think it's perfect weather for gardening.
No, Coraline. Rain makes mud. Mud makes a mess.
But Mom, I want stuff growing when my friends come to visit. Isn't that why we moved here?
Something like that. But then we had the accident.
It wasn't my fault you hit that truck.
I never said it was.
I can't believe it. You and Dad get paid to write about plants, and you hate dirt.
Coraline, I don't have time for you right now. And you still have unpacking to do. Lots of unpacking.
That sounds exciting.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. Regarding to this clip, I'm going to be talking about the 2 of the 6 characteristics of communication. One, that is impossible not to communicate, and the second is how communication passes through perceptual filters. I will also discuss the culture and its impacts on communication. But first, for context, Coraline and her parents have just moved to a new home. The move has been a bumpy road. Her mom Mel and her dad are busy with work, and Coraline is bored. She wants her parents' attention, and she wants to do stuff. It's a rainy day, and Coraline wants to plant seeds. In this scene, Coraline is talking about her day. Her mom is working on the computer, acting like she is listening to what Coraline has to say, but she's really not listening. She is either pseudo-listening or assuming Coraline is over-exaggerating. We see this when Coraline says, "I almost fell down a well yesterday, Mom. I would have died." Her mom responds with, "Uh-huh, that's nice." Coraline's face shows displeasure, and the seeds that she is handling during this scene, where she says, "I would have died," are bleeding heart seeds, maybe showing some symbolism of how she feels. Additionally, she keeps rubbing her one palm that is red. This scene reflects that it is impossible to not communicate. Because Mel responds inappropriately, she communicates that she does not seem to care about Coraline. Coraline does not explain herself, but wants to plant bleeding heart seeds and is visibly upset and maybe injured. Coraline then walks over to the table to her mom, and that is when her mom interacts with her, bringing up the car accident. Coraline gets defensive, saying, "It wasn't my fault you hit that truck," to which her mom responds, "I didn't say it was your fault." This shows how communication passes through perceptual filters and can be interpreted differently. Does Coraline feel responsible for the accident? Or is she blaming her mother? Mel's statement doesn't clear this issue up. She didn't say it was Coraline's fault, but did she think it was? They are both interpreting the car accident differently because they both have different perceptions of what happened. Culture is also interfering with Mel and Coraline's communication. Their family consists of 2 working parents and their daughter. Because of the recent move, Coraline is cut off from her friends and is restless. She's a kid after all. She wants to plant seeds to show them growing plants when they visit. Mel is working from home. The father is too, and that is why Mel seems to be working from the kitchen. Post-pandemic, we can all relate to the difficulties of remote working or school culture. It's easy to talk to someone on a computer without knowing if they are too swamped with work to talk or not. Mel is completely distracted from the conversation with Coraline because she is working. In conclusion, this video shows that it is impossible not to communicate, that communication passes through perceptual filters, and that culture impacts communication. Mel and Coraline could easily remedy this situation. Mel could stop working for a moment and tell Coraline, "I'm sorry, but I have to work on this. I have a deadline. Give me a couple of minutes to complete this thought, and I will take a break with you. Maybe we can start some seeds." and pots in the kitchen. You can tell me about your day. We can talk about the accident too. They both need to talk about their move and the accident. They need to set timelines that are non-work times for them to really communicate clearly and pay full attention to each other. Thank you for listening.